Y'all, you've been doing sleep all wrong. All wrong. I had a huge epiphany, and I've been having such sleep issues, and now I've turned the corner. Okay, can I tell you? Wait till you find out what my third tip is. You're not going to guess. Okay, so number one, like the provincial things are like, okay, I've been taking magnesium, L-theorine or whatever it is. I take that like an hour before bed. Like, what is it? I think it might be 900 milligrams. I don't know, but I take 3 of them, okay? That's number one. Okay, yeah, Cass, we've heard of that. I know. Hold on. Then, when I actually am walking towards the bed, when I know I'm about to get in bed in 30 minutes, really 15 minutes or less, I have these gummy bears from Olly, O-L-L-Y, and it's a company, and they have like melatonin sort of sleep gummies. First of all, they're delicious, and I take like 2 of them. I take them just when I'm about to get into bed. Okay, so those are like the supplementy things I take. Okay, but you can't just do that without doing the rest of these tips that I have. Okay, then you say your prayers. Okay, and you're like, Cass, what are you, my mom? I'm somebody's mama. Yeah, I am. You're going to say your prayers. But let me tell you something. After you say those prayers, you're going to do another prayer. And these last 2 tips is what this whole video is about. You're going to say your prayers, but then you're going to do a second set of prayers that are only focused on your sleep and your mental health. And I always start off saying what I know God is capable of. So if God is capable of putting the stars in the sky, don't you think He's capable of putting you to sleep, child? And not only put me to sleep, but also to give me dreams that are restorative and rejuvenating to my spirit, you know, so no bad dreams. And again, I have another video about, you know, the way, if you're looking for a man, you should order up your man the way you go to Starbucks. Same thing with God. Don't go to God and say what you don't want. You don't go to Starbucks and say, let me tell you, I don't want hot chocolate. Like, what kind of ignorance is that? You go in with an open, joyful heart and you say what you do want. So I say, dear God, please, I know, why am I using the small? Because I want these curls to be small today. Somebody's going to come for me in the comments, I'm sure. Anyway, you go to God and you say what you do want. Dear God, you know what I do want? A restful, peaceful sleep, dear Lord. A deep, restorative sleep. Because you know what? The deeper the sleep, the younger you look and feel. And how you feel is how you look. Now, after you pray, the next thing you do after prayer is, you know, you lay in bed pretending like you're sleeping, right? Like you lay down in bed with your eyes closed. Well, 2 parts to this, which is, 1, if you got to pretend to be asleep in life like that, you need to pretend to be whatever you're trying to get to. Where is my other? Here it is. I think I am going to need this because that one's not doing what she needs to do. So you're laying there pretending to be asleep. Go ahead. Lay there. Imagine your body's getting heavy. But here's the biggest thing. This is going to sound overly simplistic, which is when you're lying there in bed, keep a pad next to the bed and write down anything that you're supposed to do tomorrow. Because sometimes when you're lying there, your brain's like, oh, don't forget tomorrow, you gotta. But at some point, you have to say to yourself, I surrender the day. I am done. I'm surrendering and letting go to this day now. That's my biggest tip. I did that one night, and then I did that again the next night, and I was like, oh, when I go to bed, I've been holding on to the day. I need to let go of the day. Every time my brain's like, well, don't forget, I say, nope, I surrender. And so part of that prayer has to be, I surrender. Even after your dreams, when your brain starts going crazy saying, hey, don't forget this, don't forget that, at some point, you have to get to, I surrender the list and know that God in spirit will remind me tomorrow what I need to do to lead me to my greatness. If God can make your heart beat without you checking in like, hey, don't forget tomorrow, make my heart beat. Don't you think God can help you remember what is important for the next day? I think so. So those are my tips. Yeah, you take your magnesium, you take a little melatonin. Yes, you pray for God to come and give you a restorative, restful sleep. And then you surrender your day. You just surrender. And the peace that comes over you when you truly surrender, you realize, oh, I've been looking for peace everywhere and didn't realize this is where my peace is. And part of the peace is surrendering it all to God. And in the middle of surrendering it all to God, you surrender thinking you need to know how to do everything. And within that, the dreams will be about connecting the dots. So you wake up the next day or the following day with like, oh, that's the next thing I can do. Oh, that's the next thing. All great inspiration comes from the unifying force that is God, that is love. You've been doing sleep all wrong. Now you might be able to start doing sleep all right.